really, as Toby said, actually, every developer that can develop something can actually put an application up, and that's absolutely true. And so it is easy. Everyone can do it, but the important thing is an application has to be nurtured. So I would warn, even if you happen to want to work with us and we make an application for you, our deal is not that we make the application for you and you pay us and that's the end of it. Our deal would be to grow an application together, because that's really where the skill is. This is all about fine-tuning and learning, because your users, they're a fickle bunch, and you have to work with them, and hopefully they can tell you what actually they want from your application, and they tell you what they're unhappy about. And as feedback from our users, they're very, very happy that we nurtured them and that we listen to them and we respond to the forum requests quickly and we take them seriously. And so there's a chance to make your users happy and give them what they want. But you have to be prepared that you come with a wonderful concept and you have to learn that it's not going to work. People just don't want to use it that way. And that's really what, in my opinion, is different from Facebook applications compared to others, because you have this, it's very social. Like on a website, you are the corporation that is creating that service, and they are your users paying or not. On Facebook, you're a guy like any other guy. And so you just happen to have the app. And if they don't like it, they will just tell you and message you and tell you, wow, your application is crap. So it's a very immediate thing. And so this is interesting to know if you are a corporation and you're responsible to get on Facebook for a reason or another. It's a journey, not an off-the-shelf product. You've got to be prepared to work with people, either have your own team or work with people that nurture it for you and continue to build it. I don't think it's ever going to be done. We have some applications which we have not looked at. And when I say we've got 26 Facebook applications, the truth is we have one, and 25 that we have half begun. And so they have really, they have decreased in active users because they're just sitting there catching dust. And so really, they could do a lot better if we would nurture them, but we're focusing on one thing at the moment. This is not to say that you shouldn't have a portfolio. That helps because you can cross-link and so spread. So that's a good thing to have on network, no question about it. But eventually, you're going to have to focus on one thing. And it's not like a MySpace page. A MySpace page you put up there, and there it is, and now it's there. A Facebook app is like a living thing, and you have to nurture it, and you have to respond to your users' changes in mood and to Facebook's changes. They do change things, there's no question about it. I still feel, yep, it's inconvenient, and every now and then we have to spend a day fixing things because, hey, things are different now, or policies have changed, but I really think it's a small price to pay. In fact, Facebook should pay me for saying so.
There's a good chance we're recording today, Marcus, as you're aware. I might just ask if Nick is still with us. Nick Gonzalez, can you hear us? And are you still hanging on the Skype contact?
Yes, I am.
Nick, would you like to respond to anything that's been discussed over the last 20 minutes there? And raise a very interesting point in terms of nurturing a client. I'm wondering how social media networks develops relationships with its client base. Could you elaborate a bit on that side?
Well, for me, what I've been doing in the past 3 weeks is reaching out to our top developers who've participated before with us at meetups, knowledge exchanges that we have periodically about Facebook applications, and keep in regular contact with them through our blog, through a newsletter, and even personal emails. If people have questions, they're free to email me at nick@socialmedia.com.
Thanks, Nick. Any questions to Nick while we still have a good line with Skype? Yeah. Yep.
Just one quick question to the panel as well as Nick about marketing of Facebook applications. What's your general opinion on payload marketing or using those viral marketing to the viral techniques to market your more complicated application? Because if you have a more complicated application that requires more interaction than just I'm a zombie or I'm a vampire, but do you think you can use those sort of techniques to get your application out there to start and then move on from there?
Well, what I'd say is that Facebook is kind of built for your application to spread virally. Now they've adjusted and tweaked things with invitations to cut down on spam techniques that some developers were using. But one way that I've heard some developers doing is to help build their application faster or their user base faster, is just trying to buy some marketing on other apps to link through to it. And that's a product that we have. It's not necessarily our complete focus, but we have it there for people who want to use it. You know, I guess I have yet to see incredibly complex applications, and I want to see incredibly complex applications go on Facebook and succeed. Maybe what needs to happen is that you need to kind of tease people into one application and then lead them into another. So kind of break up your big idea into multiple smaller ideas that people can understand easily. You know, like, this is my, you know, going out tonight thing, like Friend Blast or something like that. You know, tell all your friends where you're going. Then take information from that application and build that feature, a bit from that feature into another application that is like my schedule or something, or you know, my favorite things to do on a weekend. You know, so crack open that big idea that you have into smaller features that you can market to users in a more palpable format.
Thank you, Nick. Any response to that from the panel?
As Nick said.
Okay. Any further questions? KK, I noticed that you're keen to ask another question of the panel. Not one, three. The first question was, from Marcus, what's your experience on how long an app on average takes to develop a Facebook app? And the second question is whether you are able to, like, now when people uninstall your app, are you able to somehow make contact with them in future and get an idea of why they didn't like it, or like get some feedback so that you can enrich your knowledge of the marketplace, like what works and what doesn't work? And the third question is, you said that you put this yellow banner around your app. Is it supported by the FBML, or do you have to do anything quirky?
Okay, I'll do it in reverse, and because I forgot already number one. So, yes, you can actually do everything you can do in HTML and a little bit more, pretty much. So FBML really is by and large HTML. And so everything you can do there with styling and so on, you can also do on your Facebook page. Number two, no. Number one, you're paying attention, right? Number one was, how long does it take to make a Facebook app on average? And we have our most successful app, and people will hate me for saying so, took me about 90 minutes on a sunny Saturday afternoon after lunch. 90 minutes, and we had, what's your stripper name? Now, this application had initially tremendous growth, and
what's your stripper name?
What's your stripper name? Yes. Don't worry if you don't know what that means. And it's a very tame app. Okay, it doesn't have any adult content whatsoever. So anyway, my name is Marcus. Mackie. My name is Mackie Wunderschlong. So just in case. And there's Jade Sparkle Tush over there. Sparkle Tush, sorry. And so basically that was, I have to put this in perspective. The IP for that, how you do that, which pretty much gives a person a name, we already had that developed. But to put it in our network, or to put it on Facebook, took me 90 minutes. Also because I already had experience doing Facebook apps. So I have just a little bit in perspective.